This is what One Piece does right. One Piece is amazing because they care about stories, they care about world building, and they care about development. Something a lot of anime struggles with right now is that there's no character development. You don't really care about the story. Yes, the fights are cool. Yes, the animation might be dope, but you don't really care about the story. So, for example, I love the fact that you care about each and every single Straw Hat. You care if something happens to them. That's why we were all, spoiler, that's why we were all devastated when Ace died. Because you actually care about the characters. And this is something that I think that One Piece does way better than most anime, and definitely better than the other big three. There's only one person whose death actually affected me in Naruto. And that's not to say that there weren't multiple deaths. When the third Hokage died, I didn't feel as much as because I didn't know him. I didn't care about him. I didn't get to see him grow. When Asuma died, I didn't care because I didn't really know anything. He was a side character. He was on the edge. If you compare and contrast that to Ace, when Ace died, we were devastated because Oda is a master of developing characters, getting us to know and love these characters. There's just so many moments that have emotional impact in One Piece because it's all about the characters. It's all about seeing them grow. It's all about seeing them develop. It's all about who they were when they started and where they are. Yes, it's awesome to see their abilities grow, you know, to see Zoro go from the person he was when we started to being who he is now, to see Luffy go through the gears, to see him go through all the power-ups. The fights are amazing and all that's great. The power system is amazing and hockey and all that. But what really makes One Piece shine is how much you care about it, how deep the world is. And so originally when I used to go and compare the big three, I would always think that Naruto was a little bit closer to One Piece because one thing that I love about Naruto is the depth of the history behind Naruto. There is so much history and this story was thought out so well. It's absolutely amazing. It's a masterclass in storytelling, the clans, the villages, how it was set up, the infrastructure is great. But I think you also have that same thing in One Piece. And in addition to that, there's so much more depth in the actual world. We know about the other ninja villages, but we don't really know what it's like. We only know about Konoha and the Nation of Fire. But with One Piece, they explore each and every place. We know about Dressrosa. We know about Alabasta. We know about Skypiea. And that is just amazing because those different worlds become characters in themselves. We know about the culture. We know about the history. You know, we know about Nolan, we know about the history of Skypiea, and we know about the history of Dressrosa and how they went from being where they were to where they are now. And now when they're liberated, we care more. And that's the point. We care about what happens to these characters because we know where they come from. We know Sanji's backstory. We know Nami's backstory. We know Chopper's backstory, and all the backstories are just absolutely devastating, but they're brilliant in storytelling. Oda is a brilliant storyteller because he knows how to highlight characters, he knows how to develop characters, and he knows how to make us connect with the characters. And that is what I think One Piece does right. I think One Piece is a masterpiece when it comes to characters, character development, and making a connection between the characters. Because for me, one thing that most anime nowadays lacks is having an ability to connect. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I love Demon Slayer. I love... What's another one? I don't know, pick a next gen. And it just doesn't have the same connection. It just doesn't have the same feel. It just doesn't have the same vibe. Anime now is more about pacing, more about fights, more about power systems and power scales and all that. And that's fine. It's fun. It's fun to watch. I enjoy it and I appreciate the pace. But that's why I believe One Piece is the best. Another great example of something like this is Mob Psycho, which took 3 seasons to develop one character, but as they developed that one character, all the characters around them also developed. Mob Psycho is probably, arguably, even a better example of somebody just absolutely showing us an amazing character in his development. But One Piece, for me, it's still the GOAT. And the reason why they're the GOAT is because we care about the characters. We care about Luffy and we want to see him. And when Luffy finally does become the king of the pirates, we're going to care that much more because we actually care, and that is because One Piece does this great. Thank you for checking out my story. My name is Brian, the Casual Brian, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing for more videos like this. And if you like this video, be sure to check this video out or check out this playlist, Brian Casually Explains, where I do more videos and I go into more detail. Until the next time, thanks. I don't know. Pick a next gen. Pick a next gen. Pick a next gen. pick a next gen.